So I'm in Kugivo, which is Oplek's place. It's actually just right around the corner here. What's that? No, that's the right way. I saw that he had done something new, so I wanted to just sort of explore a little bit. And then I saw what you just saw back there, which was railing made from the new stones. I did not know that was possible, and so I've done all this work up there when I could have had it actually be from the migmatite instead. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave it as it is because it's not bad. I'm just sort of sad now that I didn't know I could do that. Now, this thing here is new since the last time I came on. Lately, it seems like I've only been playing on the weekends, which is probably the case for anybody who still plays coming on the weekends. But that's new. Oplek actually is on right now. Don't know what it's accomplishing, though I assume that's the pillar of magma I was just seeing a moment ago. Now, here, I still have a little bit of work, a little bit of railing left to make. But I've filled it out a little bit, and I've also brought the stairwell down another full floor so that I could actually get across without taking a hit every single time. How's the audio? The audio is coming out of the other speaker, so I probably should fix that between clips. Anyway, there's plenty of non-video friendly work I should do down here. You know, like these walls. These need to be extended further down. I do not know that I have plans, really, for what's down there. Whoa. I slid. That was weird. Yeah, I slid. It's probably because of that. There's plenty of work to do down there, but I don't know that it necessarily needs to be recorded. And I should be able to have the opportunity to play beyond the amount needed to record, if that makes any sense. Sorry if you can hear that twice because of whatever. I feel that up there feels like it's been texturized as well. I don't remember when that happened, but it feels different to me. Ooh, excuse me. That pause you just saw, we had to move the Kingdom Borders mod we created, the one that tells us where you are in terms of whose territory you're in. It was on the server, and it would do background updates, but apparently our server doesn't normally allow a mod to be only on the server end. You also have to have it on the client side. And for a long time that wasn't the case, but after having gone back and forth through their tech support, apparently that was the bug. And now that it's no longer allowed, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. But it wasn't designed with that in mind. So we've moved it so that you have to download it yourself. It's not on the server. And because of that, it now introduces this brief delay as it goes out and talks to our server that knows about this stuff. I think maybe what should happen instead is occasionally it goes out and builds a cache locally, and then it only does it maybe on login or every 10 minutes or something. I don't know. That's definitely coming along. I don't know. I think he's just letting this grow organically. But that has now texture that it didn't have before. There's this, which actually is not, but these apparently may be where I had walked in. I don't know. It's interesting. But what shall I do with my own place? I've made a bunch of rooms. You can see here. There's quite a lot more rooms to make. But I don't have plans for each one of them. I've made a few doors. But I've probably done only about 10% of the actual doors. And I have to investigate the possibility of having doors on these front edges so that there's enough doors to actually make this a sustainable village. I also need to decide what this is and probably make an official port up here somewhere for my craft down here. And one thing I can't do is have a bedroom up here because there's a bug. I don't know if it's a bug in the mods we've added or in the game itself, 1.7, but you put a bed too high, you try to use it, and you take damage, and if it kills you, it says you fell out of the world. So that's unfortunate. That's why my bed's way the hell down there. Now, I need to actually decide amongst these things what would make for good YouTubing and can be accomplished in yet one episode. In just the time it took for that first clip, all of 5 minutes and 21 seconds of recording, to save out, I've already nearly finished the job. I don't know, though, that I have... Yeah, I do. I've got enough supplies for this. I can finish. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, what else can I... Anything else? Nope. Well, in this case, I just filled in the floors, and I had quite a lot of material to do that, so I was able to do it fairly efficiently. This room here will eventually close the door. Whoops. Let's put down the light source. Will eventually be, I guess, the animal supply room. Probably not, actually. I don't know. It doesn't make sense necessarily that it would be here. It's just I've needed space to put these things down. And here it is. So whether or not that's permanent, I guess, is not really decided at this point. And now I think the doors... Shoot. I went and forgot how I used to do these. So I'm doing them from the outside, is that right? Let's take this one down and just replicate. Make sure, because I don't remember anymore. Wink. Okay, so... No, I did it the wrong way. Of course I did. But I've made a whole bunch. I will begin placing these frickin' doors. So that's from the inside. As then is this. Let's do all the inside doors then. This is an inside door. This is an inside door. This is an inside door, too. Do you see that? Yeah, right there. Ah, is he using a flying device in order to help construct things? If he can do that, I'm going to just go ahead and feel stupid right about now. Now... I didn't realize I had some railing left to do. But I got all the inside doors on for this done. There's still a bunch of doors here that need to be done, and punching the door does not always work. And these doors right here to do. So let's make a few more. Like so. Only 10 at a time. Reclaim this. Oh, and keep at it. Well, I did it. That's all the doors. One thing I should do, though... Oh, you know what? I don't have enough of those... Do I? Whoa, that was a strange jump. Nope. I don't have any up here. Crap. I was going to actually flesh out the rest of this room. Make this the top. I suppose if I were to do that, though, I would want a garden up here on top. However, I think I can accomplish that in a couple of different ways. Ooh, except for this. Alright, we'll see. Okay, we're back, and we have some materials. And here was what I was thinking. Do this, and then this, and then this, and... Ooh, I'll have to get rid of this. I made a... Ooh! Ah, there we go. I made a few more of these. Frig. Double frig. Come on. Probably should have done this first. Ah, no! I hate that. So yes, that's what I want. And then... Can I do this? Okay. then this, and one can easily proceed. Make more walls. Make more chert, which is still technically walls. These rooms on this side of the tower probably ought to have windows, but I haven't thought at all about how that's going to happen just yet, so I will at some point. Perhaps this topmost room ought to be a bit grander than some. I mean, they usually are 4 high, but maybe it should be 5 or 6 high. I suppose this will have... oh, crap. Will have a little bit to do with the stairwell that's wrapping around the outside. Now, unfortunately, that stairwell is going to mean danger. You know, there's no protective railing. Oh, the railings. I gotta do the railings. I gotta say, these... yeah, see, that's wrong. Damn it. Frag. These have been a pain. Something fierce. There. See, that's correct. But in some of those corners, it's not correct. That one's correct. I could put these in pretty... actually easily. I guess the gap I left for myself is not... oh, I did the hard part. What am I talking about? But I gotta do all these. I'll come back to it in a minute. Let's finish off these stairs. See, that's complicated. That's complicated. Because it needs to proceed this way. Perhaps... do I even want to do this? I suppose I can do that. Because I can then do this, and then this. The only problem with that kind of corner is that if you hit it by this from the side, well, that's not so bad. Maybe then, if we do something like this to cap off and make it more of a dome up here. Maybe that would then allow me to do this. Oops. Well, I will eventually do that. Okay. Like so. That's not a long way down or anything. There we go. So then maybe we want to do this and this and this. Ooh, and this. This and this. This and this. This and this. Sorry. A little bit of busy work here. You guys can just suffer. There we go. And then perhaps... is this horrible? Apparently. Let's see if I can get these corrected. There we go. So how does that look? Ow. It's looking a little domey. But that's not bad. Let's put a light sauce out here where it belongs. Oh no, I'm lacking for a door. And supplies to make a door. I suck. I do not know where to go. Put an amp down near my pond garden. Garden. I have asked... oh! To drop from sky. Oh, wow, that was fast. How do you do that? That was really fast. Oh, I see. Ooh, that's interesting armor. Woohoo! Daga. Alright, well, this episode seems to be largely about this area. So, I have an idea how to sort of finish it off. I was able, as you saw, to borrow some... Ooh, gotta be careful. If I fall off those sides, I'm doomed. I put these sort of pylons in here. I wanted something to sort of look like it was holding the place up. Actually, that's what I want to do right there. And, you know what? Frig, I forgot to bring the dirt with me. Dang it. Goes nothing, here goes nothing. Here goes... Oh, nothing, 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 nothing. Oh, frig-tastic cheese whiz. Damn it. Oh. Let's do this a little bit more. You know, one thing I'm not sure about yet is whether or not these amethyst tools are supposed to last longer than diamond. They seem to be slightly more effective than diamond, but I'm not sure if they break sooner than diamond. I have a feeling like they do, but I haven't actually studied, and I haven't looked it up, so let's see. I put these in. I kind of want a retaining wall. Perhaps a retaining wall should be made of dirt, chert, since I have some on me. And that retaining wall can be on all sides. And then we put in some doit. And... oh, you know what? I have one thing of chert left. Dang it. I was thinking I could put a step of chert right there. Instead, I'll put some of these, at least for now. I'll also put some here, here, and I've run out. Oh well, I have the tools to make more. Just not that stuff, dang it. I can do it. I promise I can do it. I'm schmert. Slightly. And there. We have a garden, so to speak. Forward, I think. I can go straight into that wall over there, can it not? Excellent. It can. It's not super ugly. Just mostly ugly. Ooh. Ugly bags of mostly water. Anybody who gets that references will be allowed to... yeah, I'm giving the thumbs up from Kafine over here. Will be allowed to survive the zombie apocalypse. Just saying. How does that look? I kind of like what I'm looking down on. I think these migmatite pylons should come up and become arches. Just saying. I'm also thinking I kind of want to burrow down through and make this part of the wall support like go all the way down to the bottom. Let's see, let's take a look. I don't know, I don't like that a lot, but I like it more than eventual test certificates falling to their deaths, as they would at this height. Look at that. Man, I wish Korbasai would come back and play. He was doing a good job for a while there, but then he just sort of lost steam. Supposedly they weren't able to connect for a while, but that should be resolved by now. Grass is starting to spread. This, at least... let's see, can I... well, let's first make that safe. I don't like it. I don't seem to be able... oh! Ooh! Okay, apparently that is possible then. Ooh. Alright, let's try this. It's a lot, but maybe I'll need more later. 62. I feel like this is not working out quite right. So let's go on up. Actually, let's get rid of this. try this. No. Shoot, that's not going to work either. Has to be consistent. You can see I tried raising that one up a little bit higher. But I really want... See, that just floats in the air, accomplishing nothing. I don't like this. That's really ugly, and yet it's necessary. And then you get up to this point, and it doesn't do anything anymore. But having railing that sort of goes up, like so, is also really ugly. Maybe I should consider having it go down a ways like this. There you can see in the corner it attaches to something. How does that look from over here? Is that terrible? Ooh, I forgot to do these. It is kind of terrible. But it's not... gosh, I don't know. I don't really like it at all. Let's do some of this while we're here. But what do I do? Alright, let's see. Do I have any Migmatite left? Oh, tons. Okay. Migmatite. Yeah, let's bring it all. I could use... just about... well, I don't know, actually. Let's put away the sand. Well, sandstone is not... sand, however. Sandstone. Put away the valuables. Very good. You know what? Bone fossil is actually going to help a lot. Let me go up a floor here, a couple of floors. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. Get myself a nice, interesting jacaranda. Dark oak, sapling, spruce, mahogany. A mahogany might actually be appropriate. I do like well, I don't know if I like jacarandas, but I'll certainly put some around. Okay, so I went up to the top and realized I didn't want to go up to the top, and I actually wanted to be down here. And what I'm thinking is putting more columns into the mix. But what I'm not sure about is if I want to do them here or here. And that's the steps right there. I think I want to do them here. Even though that breaks up this a bit, I think I'm going to do it here. Okay, so you can see here now I have the pillars going up even higher. I kind of wish I could do a corner piece without sides. That would make those interesting, I think. Now, how does this look, though? Does that doesn't bother me, I don't think. And what it can do then is offer the ability... let's get rid of this. Offer the ability to not do that. Dang it. Frigtastic. Ooh, okay, that's strange. I'm gonna lose it. Oh. Whoa. Okay, things are going... whoa. That appears to be a bug. No! Oh, crap. Well, it grew. It grew. And as you can see, in the time it took to save out the file, I've made another of these Another 2 of these pylons, actually. I can't survive that fall, though. Still want to do. Let's experiment, then. There's still a chance, I think. Ow. Oh, no wonder I fell. Okay, so there's still a chance that I won't actually want to do this, which would not be cool. Let's see. Here and here. And then what? Why am I doing that, actually? Shh, let's take a look. Why do I want to do that again? I forgot. Whew. Maybe it sticks up a bit more, and this way it just provides a wall, out of which it makes more sense for me to put some safety mechanisms. Let's go down and... Well, no. I don't know how I'm going to do this safely, but I do know I don't want this here anymore. What the... Why are they changing colors so much all of a sudden? Okay. I had a clip, probably a good 3 or 4 minute clip of me using, or trying to use the vehicle to do this, but it appears not to be possible, and so despite the fact that I observed Oplek doing it, I do not know how it was done. So instead, I'm doing this. And that should be sufficient, I think. So wait. I appear now to be at a level where the bottom is. So I should be doing this, I think. Yes, and this. And this, and this, and this, and then this. This tutorial is really expressive, okay? Not that it is, but you know what I mean. I'm just making fun. So a little bit more than this, and that looks flush. So now I got to do that again on the other side. And one last time, like so. You know, I was just thinking about it a second ago, and having a giant pylon of gravel like that, it's just very ungravel-like if you think about it. Gravel shouldn't be able to do that. Then again, what part of this game, I suppose, really is accurate in any way. So is that flush? That looks flush to me. Flush, flush. Very good. Very good. It's Oh, no. Okay. Woo! No. Ah! Oh, I wanted to get as close to the shore as I could. Now this, I have to say, is highly satisfying right here. Watch this. There's just nothing like it. Whoa! Assuming I can do it correctly. There we go. Now that is a thing of beauty. Oh. Whoop. Excellent. I knew all that gravel would be useful for something. So let's take a look. See how the place is. As Beef, or Vintage Beef likes to say, take a step back so for a closer look. That's maybe too far back. I can live with it. This side, and these sides want something. But then again, windows, you know? Windows. Or maybe even further decks, just on the outside, like that one, but fleshed out a little bit. You know what also this building needs is a front entrance, and I think it's going to be here. Flush with, or just below that first level where I come in. Let's actually take a brief, before I close this up, take a brief look through the wall and see what my options are. I don't know, for example, where this is. Okay, well, it gives me an idea already. Okay, so... Put that there, and then, so 1, 2, 3, 4... Is the fourth or the... Well, wait a minute, I can do this. 1... That looks right. which means this. Which means this. So my entrance should then be another 2 down. I don't have enough mahogany on me at the moment to deal with this. But put that there, that there, this there, and close that up. Oh, and I've run out of wait a minute. Yeah, I've run out of torches. Oh! All this is going to have to come out. But there you go. So 1, 2, 3 more floors I have to put in, which means going that way, bear with me a second. All this, all the way through. I can't see a damn thing. We can do it. Well, here's the wall, I think. Yep, there's the wall. So all this has got to go. Whoops. So this level will be the actual official entrance, which is interesting, actually. That's not bad. But it does mean that has to come down a fair bit more, these spiral staircases. However, there's not as much material between me and completing that as there was for this section. So that might be alright. In fact, I might even busy myself doing that in between episodes. Presumably then the front entrance will be a little... there'll be some display involved. Oh crap, I'm wrong. That's much further down. Oh well. It's a lot of work, but then again, that's why we play. So, that's an episode. Thank you for watching. Please come again next time.